Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, one of the great venues in all of college football and home to the Tennessee Volunteers. And this crowd knows that when the balls run through the tee, they are in for a show. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the #2 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the offense on first down. Using his legs, it's Sampson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Lost one deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
I love the job in coverage defensively there. A lot of people probably thinking they're going to throw for it short considering what the down and distance was, but they were aware they were able to force the incompletion, and now we got fourth down.
A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl.
And that pass intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance when you got that 300-plus-pound guy grabbing you around.
Touchdown ball! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They've scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Turner. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah,
and that ball is picked off. Bringing it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Got his man on the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Volunteers. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Turner. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. It's a draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Shoots it to the left. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. But the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Iamaleava. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Got room on the return. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. How about that D coming up with a play like that? Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. Coming out with it, it's Lewis. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Big Orange offense on the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
The incomplete pass leaves them with second down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Floating away. Going to try to get it himself. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this game.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in third and short, third and medium, third and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
The Vols getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Sampson. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Fires the pass, intercepted. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the wideout. Can't hang on, is incomplete. I think he was bracing for the hit and didn't hang on to the football.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw on line, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine, he might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance, this dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
That's caught. It's Johnson. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Yeah, just such elite playmakers usually, just such speed. And listen, when you're a defense, speed kills. In LSU, no matter who plays quarterback, they always got dudes that can fly out wide that are absolutely scary.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Gets rid of it. Caught near the sticks. It's Green. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. 1st and 10 coming up. He wants to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. On to attempt the try. And it's perfect. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Lewis. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Buys a little extra time. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the Vols come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Stands in and takes the hit. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Volunteers will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Slips through the line. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way. But when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Vanderbilt is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jay Cutler, this might not be over just yet. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Iowa. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
Yeah, and those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give them a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, 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 no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Now the play fake. The throw. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Got him down quickly after the pick, but man, do you have to take care of the ball down here, and they didn't. They'll mark it at the 27. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the right. He makes the catch. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through it?
And he can't escape, and down he goes. The Volunteers will hustle for the line. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, wants to throw. Slings it. On target to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Steps away. He's going to run it. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised, and initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
It's a draw. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Unloads it left. Makes a connection. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. They'll give it to Johnson. Plows through the defense. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got it burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number one, trying to get pressure on him, get him to the ground as a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. Looking to the end zone. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Really tough on an offense. 3rd and long. It's tough to know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that first down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
You can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. The give to the back. Nice move to pick up yardage. At the 20, he's got space. Afterburner's coming. He's at the 40. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
It is so nice to have a guy that can take a play that looks like it's going for no gain, break the tackle, and then you've got an explosive play now in great field position.
It's so awesome. You don't have to block it perfectly. He makes the guy miss, breaks the tackle, goes almost all the way.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown ball. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits those uprights right in half. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the 33-yard touchdown run. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Fielded in the end zone, it's Anderson. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership. Come out here, lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy. Run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
Oh, he wants it all. He's got it down the right side. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. All State is currently ahead in this one, but let's remember, this program has just one bowl win all time, so nothing is a given in Muncie. They're up by a field goal over Bowling Green. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they got a lot of running room. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Bulldozes him. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Vols with the 1st and 10. Run in the red zone, it's Selden. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. And that last carry pays off with a C note, already at 100 yards.
Man, he's done it with so much balance and so much power and so much speed. He's really shown you that he's a great back in a multitude of ways. And guess what? It's still the first half.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He looks that one in nicely. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. So now on comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, on this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Got it in the middle. It's Turner. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He caught it. Touchdown, LSU. And once he got loose, it was all over. Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll bring it out. It's Lewis. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Just under half a minute to go before the break. They'll take over 1st and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Coming after him. Hit as he throws. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Using his feet to buy time. He'll pull it down. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. They're trying to get to it. He makes the grab. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide, he sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass, you'll take that completion.
Unleashes it. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And stampeding through the defense. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, LSU! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Good defenses stop you from scoring. Great ones score themselves, and LSU has done that so well over the years.
Yeah, and it's about guys who are playmakers. It's about guys who can lock up on the outside, and LSU recruits them. They develop them, and so many guys you see at the highest level doing it, and this is why, because they come to LSU and become stars.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this 2nd half. They're lined up for an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the 2nd half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They have the lead to start the 3rd quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had to take...
The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Tigers! And the pummeling has started. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. 1 snap, 1 touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lewis. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. On the option. The pitch. Discards a man. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves to change for the 1st down. And the Vols want to pick up the tempo.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone.
Makes the grab down the left side. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. And the Volunteers will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll let one go down the right side. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Comes out throwing on first down. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Volunteers!
Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. I mean, sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. New Mexico looked less like a pack of Lobos and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough at Albuquerque, and today they found a way outside of University Stadium. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
LSU now operating in the red zone. They'll leave it with him. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Now they're going to throw it. Release to the back. And that one's incomplete.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
The handoff to Johnson. Not much running room. He's got one down to the 12. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Lewis. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find...
And he's thrown another interception. Got some room to run. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
He's just Johnny on the spot. That now his second interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making the play.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. The Tigers in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Nussmeier. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Tigers. And the route is on. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. First down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. Extending the play. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
The sure hands, it's Matthews. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker, it's Matthews. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. The Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Right down the middle. Complete to the left. Oh, look out, there he goes. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal. You want to create favorable matchups, and the angle route against a backer is a good way to do it.
Yeah, and especially if you're going to run man-to-man, that's hard. That's hard for a linebacker to run with a fast tailback. But if I can play a little bit more zone and stay in my zone and anticipate the quarterback throwing that route, makes it a little bit easier to defend in the future.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Just gets rid of it before the heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody.
And the pass is intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. You need to put more plays together like that right there.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The corners are walked up tight. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Running back goes in motion. They'll give it to Johnson. You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback will audible. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Fires left. Picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Inside the 10. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the beatdown has ensued. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, getting him to the ground for no gain.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Makes the grab. It's Matthews. Bust through behind his pad. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Going for 6. Pass on the way, it's picked off.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots.
Nothing but green ahead. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. And they get him out of bounds after after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
That is how it's done right there. You want to run the football when you're backed up just to create some space for your offense so you can maybe be a little bit more balanced. You can throw the football, run. Nah, running back said, I got this. I'll take it. Did everything but score. How about the long run, the Jets? I think he just ran out of gas. He's probably now on the sideline getting some oxygen.
Makes the grab. Touchdown, LSU. And the stomping has commenced. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. USF put one in the win column in convincing fashion. The Bulls had zero issue moving the ball, and that defense held strong in key moments. Talk about a complete performance. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets to the 14.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The give to the left side. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice scramble, unbelievable job after dropping back to pass and understanding the situation, and a nice heads-up play. Slide. Live to fight another down. Don't try to make a bigger play and run through somebody big and get yourself hurt.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sampson. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. The Vols racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but his hold really strong, put up some good numbers.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision-making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise with that last completion. He's now over 3,000 yards on the year.
With the catch, it's Lewis. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. After that last completion, it's second down. He wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. A really nice day from this quarterback. Over 350 yards passing now, Jeff.
He's had a plan all game long. He just seems to find his best matchups, and he's done an awesome job giving his guys opportunities to make plays.
And the Vols will snap it on 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On second down, he's looking downfield. He'll pull it down and run. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Pulls it in. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. They still do count it for 6.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed.
And the the defense comes up with a sack, but I think that penalty flag is going to wipe it out, and it's going to be a first down for the offense. Defense in the neutral zone. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. Just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.